श्री डॉक्टर मोहम्मद जावेद जी।
Notice for a very urgent matter, sir. Very.
Ma'am, Supreme Court's parameter for reservation eligibility is 25% BPL population. Sir, ma'am, 2023 को नीति आयोग के हिसाब से जो सीमांचल बिहार का एरिया है जहां पे सुरजापुरी की आबादी अच्छी खासी है वो 65% बिलो पॉवर्टी है। सुरजापुरी सबसे डिप्राइव्ड लॉट है मैम, और उसको आरक्षण बंगाल में मिल रहा है, बिहार में नहीं मिल रहा है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री भी लगातार पासबांदा मुस्लिम की चर्चा करते हैं, लेकिन वहां पे ना तो कॉलेज है, ना जॉब्स है, ना इंडस्ट्री है, ना एएमयू के लिए फंड दे रहे हैं। मेरी डिमांड है मैम कि इंक्लूजन ऑफ सुरजापुरी कम्युनिटी इन बिहार स्टेट रिजर्वेशन लिस्ट एनेक्सर 1 में लिया जाए, इंक्लूजन ऑफ सुरजापुरी कम्युनिटी इन द सेंट्रल ओबीसी लिस्ट लिया जाए, और a dedicated socio-economic survey by the Bihar government and Niti Aayog should be done at the earliest, and implementation of special welfare schemes targeting education, employment, financial support for Surjapuri, just as done for similar placed communities in other states, ma'am. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपका आशीर्वाद है। आपके माध्यम से मैं मंत्री जी यह बताने की कृपा करें, स्किल इंडिया डिजिटल पहल का ब्यौरा और इसके उद्देश्य क्या है। क्या उक्त पहल से देश में डिजिटल सार्वजनिक बुनियादी ढांचों को अपनाए जाने को बढ़ावा मिलने की संभावना है, और इससे उद्योग में किस प्रकार की सहायता मिलने की संभावना है। इससे नागरिकों को होने वाले संभावित फायदों का ब्यौरा क्या है।
ऑनरेबल मेंबर,
क्या सरकार इस पहल के तहत लाभार्थियों को वित्तीय सहायता जैसे स्टाइपेंड प्रदान कर रही है? यदि हाँ, तो अब तक कितने लाभार्थियों को यह सहायता मिली है? एवं सरकार इस बात की गारंटी दे सकती है कि इस पहल के तहत प्रशिक्षित युवाओं को उनकी योग्यता के अनुसार नौकरियां मिलेंगी, न कि केवल सर्टिफिकेट मिलेंगे?
माननीय मंत्री जी, के रघुवीर
Thank you, Speaker sir. Sir, I am from Nalgonda constituency. पहले हमारे पास जो MP थे उत्तम कुमार रेड्डी जी, on his request one dispensary is being sanctioned sir. ये सही, वो budget sanction हुआ था, मगर अब तक start नहीं हुआ. But in my constituency there are more than 2,25,000 employees sir. So we have been requesting for ESI hospital from last few years sir. ESI hospital, if it can be sanctioned in my constituency, it will be useful for lots of, there are a lot of labor and cement factory workers and all, so it will be useful for them, sir.
के सुरेश जी।
Thank you, Speaker, sir. Sir, ESIC hospitals in the country for providing better medical treatment of the workers are very poor. Majority of the hospitals, there is no permanent doctors, nurses and other medical staffs. Contractual doctors and nurses and other medical staff working in the ESIC hospitals. There is no proper recruitment whenever the vacancies come. No proper recruitment for the doctors and medical staff. That's why quality of the treatment in the ESIC hospitals come down. I would like to ask Honourable Minister through you, sir, whether the Government of India will take necessary steps to the recruitment of permanent doctors and nurses and other medical staff in ESIC hospital. Thank you, sir.
माननीय डॉक्टर शशि थरूर जी।
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I rise today to lay on the table the statements, Hindi and English versions, showing final action taken by the Government of India on the reports of the Standing Committee on External Affairs, as listed against my name in serial number 60 in today's revised list of business. Thank you, ma'am.
Shrimati Rajni Ashok Rao Patil.
Sir, my specific question to the Honourable Minister is, what measures is the government taking to address the issue of water scarcity in rural areas of the country where the implementation of ODF Plus and Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin is being hindered by limited water availability?
माननीय डॉक्टर नामदेव किरसान जी,
The pension scheme for old artists, which was given by the Cultural Ministry of the central government, now it has been discontinued from the year 2020 and 21. So these old artists, those who are receiving the pension from the central government, now they are depriving of this pension because it is stopped. So they are requesting that this pension has to be started as it was previously. And for the artists who were selected after going through the applications process, as per the format prescribed by the selection committee, we are selected as the beneficiaries of the scheme. When those artists have been selected and some artists have started the pension, so that has been subsequently stopped. So it is my request that the government should start that pension for the artists, old artists, which was given previously. Thank you very much.
माननीय सदस्य श्री सप्तगिरी शंकर जी,
धन्यवाद सभापति महोदय. I rise today to bring in urgent attention to the House a matter of immense significance for the people of South Odisha, the realignment of the sanctioned Gunpur-Tiruvur rail line project to pass through Padampur, Gudari and Bisamkatak. Ma'am, we welcome the much-needed railway project in its current alignment, but it fails to serve any meaningful purpose. Instead, it bypasses densely populated, economically active and historically significant areas, leaving out the very people who would benefit from this project. Sir, this demand has been approved by the General Manager, East Coast Railway. The final location survey has also been completed, confirming that a minor 17-kilometer deviation, the railway line can pass through Padampur, Gudari, Ramnaguda, Bisamkatak and other key blocks, directly benefiting over 6 lakh people in Raigad and Gajpur districts. Ma'am, the current line passes through sparsely populated barren areas. In contrast, the realignment via Padampur, Bisamkatak would serve as a catalyst for economic growth, improving access to trade, education and healthcare. This region is agriculture-intensive, commercially significant and historically important. Yet, its exclusion from the railway project is unjustifiable. The sanctioned alignment of Gunpur-Tiruvur rail line project, which includes station Gunpur, Penkam, Ramnaguda, Bankli, Durgi and Tiruvali, passes through thinly inhabited and barren areas. With minor realignment, it can pass to stations like Gunpur, Chalakamba, Padampur, Bisamkata, Gumda, Penkam, Ramnaguda, Bankli, Durgi and Tiruvali, which follows a geographically logical and development-focused route, directly benefiting over 6 lakh people in Raigada and Gajpur district. I urge the Honorable Minister of Railways to issue a formal directive to re-examine the alignment, considering the GM from East Coast Railway that approved the final location survey. This small realignment will bring enormous socio-economic benefit to the region and prevent yet another case of public infrastructure failing to serve the public needs. Ma'am, I urge the government to act immediately and not let another crucial infrastructure project bypass the rightful aspiration of the people. Let development be inclusive, people-centric and equitable, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Shri Mallu Ravi.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me opportunity. Telangana, there are number of ITI institutions and polytechnic colleges. I request the Honorable Minister, is there any scheme which is going to establish skill development centers in the ITI and the polytechnic colleges in Telangana? We are preparing a DPR to submit to the central government. Otherwise, as of now, any sanctions are made for skill development in Telangana.
माननीय मंत्री जी,
उत्तर सभा पटल पर रखें.
Honorable member.
Sir, I received a reply from the Honorable Minister stating that as per norms, the bed occupancy should be 70%. But I submit that the bed occupancy during 2022-23 is 88.27%, And 2023-2024 bed occupancy is 88.61%, and 2025 till date it is 92.75%. Now my question is, sir, whether the government is willing to increase the bed capacity by 50% as per the norms which have been built by the hospital. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Member Supplementary.
Sir, ESA hospital is used by the local people, BD workers, central government employees of Kodangulam, ISRO and Mahendragiri. The only problem they installing the MRI and CT is there is lack of space. Now my question is whether the government is open to approving additional space for the installation of MRI and the CT scan machines. Without MRI and the CT scan, the employees are struggling like anything, and they are going to outside the private centers for taking MRI and CT. Thank you, sir.
C. Kiran Kumar Reddy. माननीय सदस्य नए सदस्यों को भी मौका देने दो.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak in the House today on the supplementary
इन
question.
बेनी बनन को समझाओ.
Thank you, sir. I am proud to say, under the able and dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Shri Anumula Revanth Reddy Garu, is ambitiously setting up the Young India Skills University in Hyderabad, which is his brainchild, with an objective of providing job opportunities to the students, to imparting skill development training in accordance to the requirements of the local industries, which are having demand in collaboration with various companies in PPP model, and total of 17 priority sectors have been identified and will provide training to 2,000 people in the first year of 2025-26. And we will train the people every year, 20,000 people every year, and the state allocated rupees 100 crores on its part and want to create a corpus fund of about 300 to 500 crores. Now, my question to the ministry is, if there is any proposal from the central government to adequately fund this Young Skills University to make it grand success and to realize the goal of developed nation by 2047. Thank you very much.
Dr. M.K. Vishnu Prasad.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. Nowadays, so many skill development centers have come. And of course, it is indeed a boon for all the youngsters to develop their skill and contribute to the development of the nation. But some skill development centers have an access or an nexus with some corporates. The CSR of the corporates are being utilized for skill development centers. At this point of time, I would like to know whether the corporates have the provision of allocating CSR in developing the skill development centers. Because the way of thinking, this CSR has to be utilized for development of community, but by giving a skill development, of course the community is developed. Eventually the company is also getting developed. Is there a provision by the union government whether the CSR can be utilized for skill development centers? Thank you, sir.
Susri R. Sudha.
Yes, sir. The entire Kaveri Delta district in Tamil Nadu, especially Mailadure and Tanjavur districts, deserve to be SDS, and the union government must start to make them globally visible tourism destination, as any location in Tamil Nadu, particularly in center Kaveri Delta district, include SDS. If not, why? Thank you, sir.